Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rini. This is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're going to be planning my January currently page. I do not understand how things get dirty. Like, they do not leave my office. Oh my god. Okay, so you remember this shit show? Like, this was a mess, but we ended up salvaging it. I don't know if I want to bring in the inks on this one or if I want to leave it be. I have printed out some more images. I'm not exactly sure what I want to use yet. And then I've also brought another piece of paper, and I just printed this out onto printer paper. I did not print it onto label paper because I'm like, I'm just going to use regular paper. But I'm thinking I want to cover this up and start with a clean slate. So let us grab ye old paper trimmer and start this show. So how's it going, party people? What y'all doing out there in Planner Land? Okay, so 9 1/4. That is all done. Fabulous. And then let's grab the currently page. I had to rearrange things in here because, okay, so normally in the front is my health planner, but the currently page for January happens to be attached to the end of the perpetual calendar. So I had to move January to the front of my planner in order to make all this work, which January normally goes like in the second place, not first place. I'm like, oh my God. It's all good in the hood, man. It's all good in the hood. Okay. Let us see. Do I need to cover anything up? I don't, which is kind of nice. So we're going to get our Tombow tape runner out. And we're going to get these guys all lined up. And we're going to throw down some adhesive and place that. Then we're going to flip this baby around. Yeah, I didn't feel like fighting with the, no, you can't see through it. I was like, can I see through this? Okay. I didn't feel like fighting with the label paper and everything else to get this done today. So that's why we're doing this. Okay, now we have a blank canvas. We do, however, need to punch the blank canvas. So let's get this lined up here, run that through, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, I mispunched. How the hell did that happen? Ah, shoot. Something went wrong. What went wrong? It didn't go all the way into the punch. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Okay, hold on. Holy crap. Today is just not a day to be filming. Oh my head. I filmed my monthly this morning. I'm filming my currently page now. Like, what a shit show. So I've damaged this page. God. Okay, so take 2. Apparently it is, like I said, it's just going to be one of those days. And we're just going to make it work because this stuff happens to everyone. I'm sure some of this crap has happened to you too. And instead of hiding the fact, which would be really easy, I could just go grab a new currently page from somewhere else. We're just going to be honest and transparent about things going wrong. All right, so let's try this round 2. And round 2, and of course I've got to repair here a bit. And I'm going to put a little bit at the top of that one. Okay, now, what the hell's going on with the punch? Nothing's going on with the punch. It all looks good. So you're just being a butthead. Everybody in. Right to the back. Everybody's in. Okay. Salvaged. The other side is messy, but we're just going to deal. My fingers are all like not swollen, the opposite of swollen, shrinking, I guess. So my ring's like flopping around like crazy. I gotta put it on a different finger. This one's too big anyways, but normally I can get away with it. Apparently today, because it's cold, that's not happening. Okay, so we're gonna get out the distress inks. We're gonna get out the blending tools. We're gonna get out the stamp cleaner and the stamp scrubby. Okay, we have the tools. Let us go get, what did I use this morning? Broken china. Pretty sure it was broken china this morning. All right, let's move that out of the way. we will test, shall we? So I can see what the color is. Where's a scrap piece of paper? Okay, was it not this blue? Pretty sure it was this blue, right? Do we all look different when I printed you guys on this paper? Which is entirely possible. All right, maybe what we're gonna do right now is cut these guys out. And let's chat, shall we? I don't know exactly what I'm using yet, which is why we have a few different options. And then when I do things like this, I have a file folder in my filing cabinet, which is where all of the extras go when I make things like this, because I'm like, well, I may use them at some point in the future. Why throw them out, right? Ink for your printer is expensive. Like paper is expensive. So I figure, why throw it out? And I've done 2 versions of the quote because my original plan was to keep the currently page the way it was. But now that I've added the thing to it, the piece of paper, I don't necessarily have to use them in that respect. And I tried printing these out originally, if you've watched my monthly, which was, oh dear, was that a fun ride. I printed it out originally on clear sticker paper, but it was, when I went to cut everything out, my fingers were taking the ink off, and I've never really had that happen because I used that clear paper a lot in like October when I did my monthly there, and I printed the big old spooky tree and the stuff for like the graveyard and stuff. Like I've used that printer, and you'd think if anything was gonna transfer onto like your hands or stuff, you'd think it would be the black, but apparently not. Or the black did transfer maybe, and I'm just not remembering, but because it's black, it wasn't as noticeable as what this light blues are. I find it funny that these printed a bit differently on like this. I mean, this is HP paper, like this is some high quality paper, but no, this one's not HP, this is Xerox. I'm waiting to get through this so I can go back to HP. Originally, when I went to buy the paper, they were out of stock on HP, so I went with this one. It's not as white, and I like white. So just making my way through this, and then I will be going back to my good old HP, because that's where my loyalties lie. So what was I saying? Yeah, like it printed different on this printer paper than it did on like the label paper, which is just weird. It's just weird, I tell you, just weird. All right, so I should have probably cut these out before I started the plan with me, but I was like, oh, well, usually when I do plan with me, when I've done all of this stuff in Canva and stuff, they don't take very long. And I do like to sit and chat with you guys for like, you know, at least 20 minutes or so. So I thought, well, I'll just leave them and cut them out while I chat with you guys and fill you in on life and see how things are going in your world and such. But not realizing this is kind of a finicky one with all of these pretty poinsettia leaves. All right, so this goes live after Christmas. So tell me, how was your Christmas holiday, or whatever form you celebrate? Was you had a lot of time with people you wanted to spend it with? It's funny because people are like, oh, you know, family means everything. I disagree. Depends on the family you come from. The way I see it, my friends are the family that I got to pick for myself, because I don't have a very good relationship with either of my sisters. I don't see either one of them. They haven't been in my life for years. And well, I still have contact with my older sister. She doesn't live too far away, but it's not like I can, you know, have coffee with her kind of deal. But so I have chit chat with her on Facebook Messenger. And my other sister, I have not spoken to since shortly after my mom died in 2007, I want to say, I think is when I lost my mom. But my younger sister and I have always had a very strained relationship. It's always been, and I don't know, I consider her like somewhat toxic. So I can't even, I don't have those type of people in my life. Like, I want to be happy and I don't want to be dealing with people's bullshit and drama. Like, I can't. Especially now, like, I'm getting too old for that crap. But, you know, people are like, oh, family means everything. And, you know, you can't spend Christmas alone. I disagree. Maybe I'm going against the common beliefs on that. But, like, if you're happy spending Christmas alone, then why shouldn't you be able to spend Christmas alone? Like, I'm kind of an introvert, man. I mean, I step into extrovert when I need to, obviously, but I appreciate quiet time. I appreciate not too much stimulation. Like, going to large family gatherings and stuff, like, it's noisy and it's hard to hold conversations with people, like meaningful conversations with people, because there's just so much noise, right? And it's I don't know, it's go 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 go. And in past, I mean, you know, when I've been dealing with like some mental health issues, the last bloody thing I wanted to do was go and put on a happy face for people when I didn't frickin' feel happy. And, you know, people are like, oh, you have to come, you know, it's, you know, whatever excuse they come up with. And I'm looking at them going, no. And if you, basically you're asking me to suffer for the benefit of someone else that I don't really care about. Like, why? Why would I do that? And like I said, I'm content with myself. I like being alone. I mean, would I want to be alone constantly? No. But I mean, I have a nice little I can't think of the words. We're gonna call it habitat. Like, I can't think of the word really right now. So we're just going to say I have the habitat that I have, because like, it's me and hubby. My oldest son still lives at home, but you know, he kind of does his own thing. And, you know, hubby goes to work and he comes home, and like, I take care of the house, and, you know, we spend time together in the evenings. And then, you know, on the weekends we'll go out and we'll run errands if we need to or what have you. But, you know, we're happy with that. Like, I did a lot of socializing in my youth. Like, you know, it's funny. People are like, you don't drink. Oh gosh, no, not anymore. I mean, it's not that I can't drink if I want to. I've never had any serious problems with alcohol, but my body doesn't like it anymore either. I have one drink and it's like I drank 7 when I wake up the next day. My liver's like, yo, what the hell? We don't tolerate this crap anymore. But like, I drank enough in my youth to make up for a few lifetimes. Like, oh, I partied and I had a lot of freaking fun. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't really need the drink to be able to socialize, I guess. But you know, it's a growth process too. Like, when I was younger, I was kind of like shy, and then you step into, I'm sorry, as women, we all wear masks. We wear, oh my gosh, I can't even speak. We wear many masks depending upon the situation. And again, I come down to, why is our happiness always discounted for others? Like, this is what I've found with, it's not so much it's not my family, it's my my beloved in-laws. Like, I don't really have a very good relationship with them. I'll call it water under the bridge, but you know, there's been conflict there in the past. And I'm getting to a point, especially now in life, where I'm like, I'm not going to put aside my own needs for people that they're not in my circle, I guess is probably the best way to say that. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if any of this is resonating, or if I'm just rattling for no apparent reason. But I mean, which is entirely possible. I could be rattling for no apparent reason. I'm kind of good at that. But you know, I also, when I have a point to make, I like to speak my mind. I'm never rude, and I always try and be delicate in the delivery. But I've often, well, not often said, I have always said, since I was really young, I can say everything I need to say. It's all in the delivery. And that means that, you know, I can also adequately tell someone off really, really well. without having to swear at them and without them realizing that I have just read them the riot act, basically, until I'm like 50 feet away from them because I've walked away. My mama instilled in us that language and being articulate and well-read. I mean, and I'm not nearly as well-read as other people. And I'll tell you, because of menopause, I've lost a lot of my faculties, I swear. I have like sometimers, man. Sometimes I got it, sometimes I don't. But, you know, like my mom was like that too. Like she was a reader, a voracious reader, although she really liked her Harlequins. I started reading Harlequins. I mean, the junior ones, like the less the less erotic ones, if you will, when I was younger. And they were great, man. I loved them. Okay, but they also didn't have a ton of smut in them, right? They were just sort of happy love stories. Okay, we've got that guy, we've got that guy, we've got that guy, we've got my page, and then we have a lot of scrap that we're going to push off to the side here so it's out of the way. Okay, let's have a looky-loo at what we got going on here. I did some layering in Canva because I was like, well, these guys could kind of like hang out right down here at the bottom. And then I layered all of these together to, oh, that's so pretty. I don't know that I really want to put the ink on it, you guys. I don't think I do. I think I want to just leave it plain. I think that's our plan. But it's pretty. Okay, so do I want this? No, I don't think I want this. I think I'm going to go with the Zig 2A pen, which means we're going to pull this over here, my destroyed page, so we can get this guy covered. Now, if you've not seen it before, the Zig 2A pens are awesome because they're a liquid glue that when it's wet, like when it's blue, it's a permanent bond or a more permanent bond. And when it's dried a tiny bit to get tacky, it's a repositionable bond, which when you're doing things like planning is always kind of important, because if you're like me, you may need to get it down and decide you don't want it there. So we're just going to lay this guy in. I'm going to try and get it centered. Sticking to things. Maybe we'll shift it over a tiny bit. See, again, nice that I can be able to pick it up if I need to. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Let's get that guy down. And then we're going to stick this one down here. Now, this currently page is for my catch-all. My catch-all is the planner I use like to run my life, basically. So everything but the kitchen sink will go in there at the end of the day. But in the last bit, what have I been doing with my currently pages? I've been kind of using them to set and track goals for the month, which I think is something I may want to continue on with this year, but I'm not 100% yet. Okay, let's look at our quotes here. I think I want the shorter one. Let's just get this into some kind of, it looks better. You know, it's not so rough. We'll just give it a trim here. Do I want the period? I don't want the period. Go bye-bye. And I just made this in Canva too on the document I did. So I have to do another Canva tutorial. Actually, I've got a few more of them in mind to do. Sorry, I'm jumping around topics today really badly. That's the way my brain's working. Anyways, I've got a few more tutorials in mind for Canva. They're coming. Don't worry, they're coming. I just got to figure out, oh, I've got to film them, but I also have to figure out where to put them, because in the month of December, of course, there was all this extra content. I'm like, and honestly, I probably had enough content for December to give you guys 3 videos a day. Like, I'm not kidding. It was kind of mental. So let's just get this guy some adhesive down. So that takes care of that. Oop, it landed on somewhere I didn't want it to go. All right, so. Only thing is now it's sticky. This is gonna be fun. But then too, hold on, let's put that out of the way. This is not the right color, because it's printed differently on this than the other one did. What else have I got? Salty Ocean. Where's Tumbled Glass? There's Tumbled Glass. I really love this one, but I think we're going to gently ink the edges and we'll see what this looks like. I may have totally screwed myself by cutting this one out. Might have been better had I not cut so close to the words and stuff. Because it's a little harder to get into those smaller areas. Yeah, I'm making a mess now. I'm making a mess. It's Make a Mess. I was going to say Make a Mess Monday, but it's Friday today. I don't know that I like that. Let's hold that off to the side somewhere. Where can I put you? Over there. Let's look at our other version. Because if we cut this more in a square, let's get it straight. Kind of. That kind of looks straight because it's not like I measured anything when I was cutting. Not measured everything. Made things straight when I was doing the, you know what I mean? Let's try that. And then let's try, get you lined up with the line. Let's try that. See if that's sort of semi-straight. Yeah, it's not great, but it's not bad. Okay, so let us see. It just kind of adds a little bit of character when things are a little bit wonky. When they're just a little bit wonky, because now it's a lot easier to get the effect that I was looking for by inking the edges when it's actually a square. Like so. See? Kind of neat, right? Okay, so Tumbled Glass can go home, and so can Broken China, because something distinctly changed when I printed. Okay, get that out of the way. Because now I think we're going to put this sort of, I'm putting ink all over the place, but that's okay. Maybe we'll put this down here. I don't know about that yet. All right, let's leave that up there for a second. Now we do need boxes. I had these two out when I was planning my monthly. Although we could go and look for a brown, because this shows up a lot better now that it's been printed in a larger size. So let's go over to Autumn. Yeah, that one will work. Okay, so now the question's going to be, what kind of boxes do I have? We do have enough in the bigger sizes, so we could do that. We could do we want to do 2 blue and 1 brown, or 2 brown and 1 blue? I mean, we have a lot of blue on the page, so let's take a look, shall we? It's not like I can't put them back if I don't like them. Okay, so let's try that. And we'll try that. That. So that's kind of the 2 blue, 1 brown look. Let's see what happens if we do 2 brown, 1 blue. Ooh, that's a toughie. This is where it would be so awesome if you guys were here. Or to go, I did that wrong. How did I do this? Hold on, we gotta switch out the middle box here. Oh my God. Or we do the blue and the brown. I kind of like the blue and the brown. I mean, I know it's a lot of blue. I don't want 4. No. We're lucky we're putting on 3. I'm trying to be a lot less intense with my goal setting, because seriously, I was trying to, like, I don't know. I didn't have much success last year. I mean, not that I'm complaining, because sometimes you just need the break. But yeah, it was not cool last year. Okay, so now I don't have the room for that anymore. I really want to use this quote, but I need to be able to get these guys on here too. So if we go like that, and like that, and like that. I can still probably sneak that in. If we move this, come on, we move this down. And we move, I didn't destick these. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's just breathe together. Let's just braid at the sticker gods. Okay, so then that one's that one. Yeah, but see, it's kind of blank down here, and I don't know what to do about that. But I mean, that does look kind of cool there. I like it. All right, so we're gonna adhere this guy. Use our zig 2-way. I'm just gonna put a bit in each corner and give it a couple of seconds so it's not like super crazy sticky. And then we're gonna kind of bring this in, I think about there. Put that down. Now, I don't know what to do about that. That's my only thing. And I did these as like corner pieces, so that won't work. And I do have this other snowman, but he's way too big to go there. So that won't work either. I think we're just gonna have to leave it as is. And call her done. If I manage to figure out something to do with it, when it'll show up in either the thumbnail for this video or on Instagram. But at this point, I don't know what to do, so it's gonna kind of just hang out here like that. Okay, so we're punched. We're all pretty. Stay down there, my friend, stay down. Let me see if there's anything else I wanna do. No, I don't think so. I can move the boxes over, but I kind of like the way they are above the peaks of the mountain sort of deal, or the iceberg, I mean. Mountain. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so let's throw it back on the discs and see what it looks like, even though I totally trashed this page. Adventures in planning with Rini. There you go. All right, guys, that's a wrap. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, drop us a comment letting us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to the community. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Ciao.